What's up, YouTube? Pink Reaper here, back for more Mega Man. Gonna be starting the second part of the second half of the second N1 preliminary round. There we go. I have to find a Navi hidden somewhere in this area. I'm pretty certain I know where he is. I'm pretty certain he's down here. I'm hoping this is the right way because he either is here or he's here later, which will make sense in a minute. Please be down here. I don't have to make 2 trips. 1,000 zennies? That's nice. Oh, new enemies! Fishies! So, fishies are kind of weird enemies. They only attack when they line up on the same row as you, and then they dash forward. And they do this twice, and then they come back. These early incarnations of them aren't that difficult to deal with. The later ones can be kind of annoying. Because the later ones move very, very fast. They're also pretty easy to get counter hits on because they sort of telegraph their attack. And it gives you a pretty large window. Like that. So that's more bug frags for me. Aw, he is up top, darn it. Oh, free invis chip. I will put that in. Shotgun beat. Oh, and I forgot to put this in. This is really worth putting in. Oh, so I did mention, obviously, that, I mentioned this when I first had the option to get it, that invis is actually a really good chip, but I didn't actually put it in, or I didn't buy it and put it in. The reason for that is, oh right, and I didn't put Gutsman 2 in for that matter. The reason for that is I might as well just spoil the surprise. There's style changes in this game that that are dependent on what type of chips you've been using throughout the game, and I just want to see what I've got. And Invis is a style. Invis is an actual style for this game. If you've been using a lot of defensive, like invisibility chips, like Mole or Invis, it gives you a style. I don't want that style. I don't think it's a very good style. So I sort of avoided using Invis up till now, just sort of to give myself a boost towards something else. The style that I've been working on is custom style, which requires you to use multiple chips a lot. Like either asterisk codes or multiples of the same codes or multiples of the same chip. What I actually want is team style, which requires a lot of Navi chips, but I don't think I'm going to get it. Oh, I can show off my anti-damage chip, though. So this chip is ridiculously broken. So it makes you immune to 1 hit, and it throws these it counters with throwing stars, 3 of them that do 100 damage each when you get hit. And against bosses, it stuns them. Like against actual Navis, it stuns them, so all 3 hits hit. It's way overpowered. And on the one hand, you can't get a lot of them early in the game, but you can get a lot of them late game. If I'm running a folder that uses that code, I always have those in there, because they're just great. Here I'll show off the Yo-Yo chip. Yo-Yo goes 3 panels in front of you, and then it lingers there for a little, hitting multiple times. Like this. See? So even though it says it does 40 damage, it actually hits 3 times. So you can deal some pretty good damage with that. It only hits once going forwards and coming back, though. So like if an enemy is 2 panels in front of you, you'll only hit them twice rather than 3 times. It also does do stuns on enemies that can be stunned. I should point out, when I said like anti-damage stunned Navis, some Navis just don't get stunned. You have, like, unless you hit them with like Flashman or something, a chip that's specifically made to stun, they won't get stunned. So, like, Yo-Yo won't work on some later bosses for stunning, but it's still a really good chip. Let's test out Flashman and see if he actually breaks. I can't remember. Oh, this is really important. If you paralyze a fishy, it keeps going anyways. And yes, it does look like Flashman. Flashman does in fact break defenses. So I should have known that. I do use Flashman chips. Let's see if I can... Oh! No, I couldn't get both. Too bad. Actually, I don't think I'll get either now. I think it was too late for... Yep. It was too late for either. But I did get a dash attack chip. They're pretty strong. I mean, they're worth using, but I'm not going to bother because they're kind of unwieldy. You're a fool to seek me out, little Navi. You dare take on the most feared Navi in the Undernet? The legendary Virus King? Land, be careful. This may be the strongest opponent we've ever faced. No, Mega Man, he's just an actor for the TV show. Oh, I get it. So he isn't really that strong. Come on, guys. We're on live TV. So this is what I was saying when he moves. So they're going to cut it as if we're actually on camera, and then he's going to move. So we have to go find him again. So now I have to go back down. I almost feel like it might be faster just to exit the area and then re-enter through Dex's PC, but I'm not going to bother. Oh, yeah. Whoops, I used that a little early. Oh well. What I wanted to do was kill the boomer and then do some damage to the Quaker, but that works too. On the plus side, I did get the counter hit on the boomer. I mean, on the Quaker. Oh, I should... Oh yeah, air shot. Air shot causes enemies to fly backwards. Yeah, I should point out that boomers fly. Flying enemies will go over holes. They don't care about holes at all. There's a lot of things like that. Like fire enemies don't care about lava panels. Spoiler: there's lava panels later. Water enemies, water element enemies don't slide on ice panels. What else is there? Grass element enemies heal when they're on grass panels. There's not really anything for electric enemies, except for that if you're standing on an ice panel and you get hit by an electric attack, you take double damage. Which is kind of bothersome, to be honest. Wait, let's just do this. So yeah, with what I'm using right now, it's pretty safe to say I'm probably going to end up getting custom set, or custom style, because I have not been using a lot of Navi chips, and I have been using multiple chips frequently. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Custom style is very necessary if you want to 100% the game, but then so is team style. You need to have at least done both once to 100% the game. Which is kind of bothersome, in my opinion. I don't like that, because there's no easy way to switch between them is the problem. You have to do, after you've gotten one style, you have to do like 100 battles to get another style. Which, like I said, is kind of bothersome. Obviously, when I do that... Oh, what the heck? He's right there? What? I don't remember him being right there. Can I run? Running from fishies tends to be difficult. Oh, okay. I really don't remember this guy being here. But, whatever. But yeah, I mean... All off-screen certain stuff that I don't feel like is worth watching. Specifically, like me grinding for chips or something, or... oh, don't do that. Don't do that at all. That's a bad idea. I was about to spreader them so I could deal 30 damage to all of them, but that would just make them all move much faster. So there goes one. Yeah, so this is Invis chip. It makes you kind of flicker in and out, and it makes you invincible. It's a very good chip. Definitely worth using. But, like I said... It also has a style that goes along with it, so I try not to use it. Oh, now that I think about it, not only do I need to do custom style at least once, and team style at least once, I also need to do a different style at least once. A different style that's really, really, really useful if you want to use one of the most overpowered things in the game, which I always do. I think it's only one battle with this guy, yeah. And then he explodes! The Virus King uses 3 ratty level 1s. What a powerful enemy. What a crummy... Oh, and right after beating him, suddenly the PET starts acting up. But anyway, so now we're down with part 2 of the second preliminaries. So let's go back to the Navi and talk about how we won. But, like, he wasn't even watching. What if I just straight up told him, like, oh yeah, I found him and I won? Like, it was easy. He wasn't even good. He was using, like, ice barriers. He sucked. Oh, there's a third mission. I forgot. But we have to find... According to this, there's a Navi... Oh yeah, this is really interesting. You only get the Cyber AC/DC Metro Pass right now, which means you can take the Metro from AC/DC here, but you can't... I mean, the net area. But you can't go back until you've finished. But I'm going to go ahead and jack out, because I know where the Navi is, and it's faster to do it like this. I will now show off Dex's shortcut, which is right here. It takes us directly to AC/DC. Shoot, see, I said I remembered where the Navi was, but now I actually can't remember. I'm having trouble remembering what the third preliminary is. Oh yeah, even when he's napping, he senses a bright light. This is him talking about, that was him actually talking about Flashman, like the Flashman data. Nothing I can really buy here. Shoot, now I actually don't remember where it is. I said that and I actually forgot. Oh, now I'm worried it's an AC/DC 1 too. Oh, bother. Wait, I remember. He's right over here. And I need to save before doing this, because it's entirely possible I will run... This is really annoying. Okay, I'm gonna spoil a little something here. After, oh, darn it, I was hoping for a Canadum C. After this part, you lose the ability to jack out and use chips. And don't forget, I can find Flashman randomly in this area, so I really don't want that to happen. Yeah, I definitely should have come here, I definitely should have come here through my own PC rather than through Dex's, because now I have to leave through Dex's PC. I got a counter hit there, but again, it's not really worth anything. If he lands in the forward one. Nope, come on. Front panel, front panel, front panel. Front panel. There it is. I think there's multiple battles in this one, yeah. Oh, here's a new enemy, Hardheads. These are kind of annoying enemies. You can only damage them when their mouths are open. Sort of like Boomer here, only they also destroy panels when they attack. They send out a cannonball like that, and it destroys a panel. Yeah, let's do this. You don't heal in between battles, so it's worth it to use some healing chips every now and then. I generally don't keep too many healing chips in my folder. Usually once you get the super big Recuv 300 at the end of the game, I'll just use one of those. And that's only for like my chip grinding folder. If I'm using like an anti-Navi folder, I don't really worry about them. Oh, here's some new enemies. Spikies. Spikies are the first fire element enemies we'll run into. They move around kind of randomly, and after a certain amount of time, they just shoot a fireball straight out. They're not that dangerous, really. I should point out, if, like, there's a rock cube on the field or something, and they hit that rock cube, they will, what am I trying to say here? They'll, their fireball will hit it, and it will spread one back like a shot, like the shotgun, like this. How it hits both an enemy and then the panel behind it. Their flames do the exact same thing. They are the fire element shotgun. Whoops, I didn't mean to send new chips. I lost the roll chip I wanted to use. That's a bummer. Yeah, there's a fire element shotgun and a water element shotgun, and these guys are the fire elements. Let's use my own shotgun against them. And there we go. Great job, kid. Way to go, Mega Man. I think that... Land? What's wrong, Land? Yeah, then everything starts screwing around. He's saying, oh yeah, the TV cannot be held responsible for this or any damages. So yeah, I still can't get a hold of land. But on the plus side, I can do this. The one good thing about jacking in through Dex's PC is that I don't have to go through Area 2. Because like I said, Area 2 you can randomly run into Flashman, and with no chips and only 200 HP, there's no way I'd be able to beat Flashman. Like, I 100%... See? Nothing. I wish Lion were here. What to do? Run! I would straight up just lose to Flashman Beta if I had to fight him. So, luckily, we can still go back through this shortcut. And jack out right here. Oh, I was gonna say, only one battle. Awesome. It's also more difficult to run from battles like this. So yeah, the PET is broken, so now Mega Man's in the sub-PET, which means I can no longer jack into things. That sounds dirty. We have to get up early tomorrow. Why do I have to get up early? Tomorrow's the field trip! I actually like the next part of this game. Sorry, I was taking a drink of something there. The next part is really where the game starts to, like, take off. Sorry. Not necessarily the story, but I guess kind of the story, but more just, like, in terms of gameplay, like, it's more in-depth, because so far I've only really done one story thing, and that was the principal's PC, the principal's computer, and it didn't even take very long. This is when the story elements start finally getting, like, big. So here's Lan's father. Very infrequently home. Like, I think this is one of, like, 2 times in the entire game when he's actually home. Lan has no father. So but he is apparently, like, the number one scientist when it comes to PETs and net navis and stuff like that. He personally coded Mega Man out of Lan's dead brother. Yeah, that's not a joke. Lan had a twin brother who died when he was really young, and Lan's dad somehow turned him into a net navi. So, for right now, I can't really do anything. I just have to go through the story events because my sub-PET can't jack into anything. I can still receive emails and stuff like that, but that's about it. Mega Man, why didn't you wake me up? Sub-PET doesn't have an alarm function. How do you yawn? How do you get tired, Mega Man? That's not a thing. Hold on, I just want to see. Yeah, so I still wouldn't be able to jack into that anyways. Oh wait, getting ahead of myself, actually. I have to go to school first. So let's go over here. Looks like they haven't left yet. You're late. So we're going to Yoka area. More specifically, we're going to the zoo! The Yoka Zoo. Yoka Zuno. Is everyone here? We've reached Yoka. Of course it would smell like a zoo. So the actual zoo is closed today, so we're not going until tomorrow. But for right now, we can just kind of explore the area. There's not really too much to find. I don't think there's any real, like, I honestly don't think there's anything to find around this area. Although there is... Oh, he's not here yet. Never mind. Ignore me. So let's go through here. I should point out, some searchable areas, like, say, these jars right here, might actually have something in them later in the game. Sort of like the area in Lan's house that we can't jack into yet. There's areas that, when you actually inspect them later in the game, they'll have stuff in them. I think this is one of the areas like that. Because I don't think the item that I'm going to look for right now is going to be here. Yeah, normally in those jars you can find items, but not now, basically. So I think we have to talk to everyone or rather, not everyone, but just our friends. We have to go talk to Dex. We have to go talk to Mail. And we have to go back here and talk to Yai. Or no, we have to... Yeah. We actually have to inspect this fence. I keep forgetting that. This is something that I forget frequently when I play the game, that we actually have to inspect the fence to make the story element go. Oh man. Taking a PET in the bath, that seems kind of dangerous. Hey, wait a minute, you're not in the bath. You can hear something in the background. I wonder what it was. A delicious and filling meal. Thanks for telling us that it was both delicious and filling. Apparently there's a pillow fight going on. And everyone just can, like, spawn pillows whenever they want. I find it interesting that, Yai and Mail are in robes, but all the male characters are still just in their clothes. And that's really it for that. And we get an email. And it's from Dad. So apparently he fixed Mega Man, so now we can put him back into the normal PET. And there's more! So I'm gonna have to go through this whole tutorial thing, even though I already know it all, because there's no way to skip it. So we get a Navi customizer and some programs. Undershot, attack +1 and speed +1, and an extra folder. Oops. Didn't mean to read that again. I'll run the Navi customizer. So this is the customizer. It's a new feature added into Mega Man Battle Network 3. It wasn't in the first or second one. So this allows you to do exactly what you think. It allows you to customize Mega Man. You put these programs into that memory map, and it basically just affects Mega Man for what you put in. Undershirt, he says here. It ensures that his HP never drops below 1. That's not quite how it works. Instead, what it means is, when you have more than 1 HP and you get hit, hit by an attack that would take you to 0, instead it puts you at 1. And then if you get hit at 1, you die. Yeah, he's talking about the line here in the middle, the command line. So, solid programs like this, you see how it's a solid white color? Those have to touch the command line in order for you to, in order for them to work. These ones, the ones that are not solid, the ones that are like segmented, how it's got that pattern on it, those can't be touching the command line, or else it'll give you glitches. And last but not least, you cannot have two programs of the same color touching each other. So since Speed 1 and Undershot are both white, they cannot be touching each other. They have to be away from each other. And then for any of this to matter, you actually have to remember to hit run. After that, you are good. Yeah. Also up there, those 3 colors he's showing you, those are the color programs you can run at any given time. Having a different style allows you to add more colors, and even though it says if you try and use other colors, you'll get an error, that's not the same as getting a bug. It just means you need an error code to actually use them. Those are actually hidden throughout the game. Just like random areas you can search will give you will give you a code for error codes, and they're not like, it doesn't tell you what error code goes to what though. That's the thing. So you just kind of have to kind of hope you find the one you need. That's something I'd actually use a guide for. By the way, I can jack into the TV. There's also other stuff involving the Navi customizer, which I will go over when we get to it. For the time being, though, I'm not going to worry too much about it because I don't have very many programs. So here we have another new element here. Here it's sand panels. When you walk onto a sand panel, for a brief moment, you just like can't move. Like, see how quickly I can move from panel to panel here? See how quickly I can't there? That's sand panels. Not really too interesting, but that's just what it is. They can get kind of annoying. They don't combo with like anything really. There's one specific type of chip that works with sand panels. Oh right, I forgot. I have attack +1, so now my charge buster does 20 damage instead of 10. There are a couple wind element chips which double in damage if you use them on sand panels, but other than that, they're not very, like, they're pretty much useless. They're just there to hinder you. So let's go this way. You can also jack into this armor, which doesn't make sense. But it does if you talk to this guy. You must be quite curious to have come this far. Most people don't check for the armor for a port to jack in. Oh, not that guy. Oh, right, that's sub-memory. So normally you can only carry 5 sub-chips, but for each sub-memory you get, you can carry 1 more. Yeah, here he is. This is the one that tells you. At your service, I operate the air purifier for the Ura Inn. I shouldn't have said it's supposed to be a secret. Yes, this is an air purifier, not an actual suit of armor. Apparently. Oh, so here we have a new NPC. I'm gonna go ahead and save again since I haven't in a while. She's got a metal gear in her hair. Pick up your souvenirs here. Hey, there kid, you've got a cool looking PET. I can tell you must be pretty hot at net battling. What do you say, want to battle Tamako, the princess of Ura Inn? That's right, yet another character with their own portrait, therefore they must be important. So she's the operator of Metal Man. Not too hard for the first fight, but he can get kind of bothersome. Metal Man does not stun. Like, if you hit him with Yo-Yo, like I was talking about in, I think, the last vid, or maybe the vid before that, it will not stun him. He also has these metal gears, going through his, going through the middle parts of both of our battlefields. He doesn't take any damage from them, but we do. So that's totally fair, right? He also flies, so he's completely unaffected by these cracked panels down here. But he's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to avoid most of his attacks. That metal gear he throws is pretty slow. Metal gear. Okay, I gotta stop. It's pretty easy to avoid. It's mostly just the gears in the middle that get annoying. Other than that, he's not that hard to avoid. He's only got 3 attacks. The missiles that home in on you, the metal cutter that always goes around the edge of the battlefield, and then he's got a punch, which I don't even think he uses until he's version 2. That stupid Metal Gear. It's so solid. There we go. I can use it to my advantage, though. But yeah, see, it's not that hard to avoid his attacks. Oh yeah, here I'll show off how he doesn't get stunned by this. Yeah, see, normally if an enemy gets stunned, it cancels their animation, so it would have stopped his attack. But he doesn't get stunned, so I can't. Oh, that's not the sword I wanted. No, whatever. Metal Man is very hard to counter hit. You can only counter hit him right as he's throwing that gear, or right as he's about to punch you, but again, he's not using the punch yet, so you can't do it against the missiles. But for beating him, we do get a Metal Man chip, which puts me now at 5... No, only 4. I thought I had 5. Okay, so this is my 5th Mega Chip. I can no longer put more Mega Chips in this folder. Whoops. I like having my chips in order. Which isn't that big of a deal, honestly. I mean, if there's Mega Chips I want to use over those, I'll usually switch them. Now coming over here. Good, we caught up to everything with everyone. Okay, well, we go in the zoo now. Be sure to follow the rules and don't feed the animals. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to take your sour around. Let's meet later to eat. Okay, see you later. So yeah, now we have entrance to the zoo. I won't be going in there just yet, though. There's a few more things I want to do out here. But we're going to get to that in the next part. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been Pink Reaper signing out.